Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders finds himself under a storm of criticism following a startling series of off-field missteps that have left many questioning his maturity and future in the NFL. What was initially shrugged off as a minor indiscretion has quickly spiraled into a full-blown controversy, thanks to the scathing words of former NFL offensive lineman and current podcast personality Ross Tucker. At just 23 years old, Sanders, the highly touted Colorado Buffaloes product, was supposed to be a bright light for the Browns franchise, a young quarterback with immense talent and a strong football pedigree. But now, after news broke that Sanders received not one but two speeding tickets within a matter of weeks, and worse yet, failed to appear in court for an arraignment, doubts about his character and readiness to lead a franchise have reached a fever pitch. From draft day hope to public backlash, the saga began with the revelation that Sanders had been cited for speeding earlier this month. While initially, many in the football community gave him the benefit of the doubt, suggesting it was just a rookie mistake, the story quickly took a turn for the worse. Less than 2 weeks after that first ticket, reports emerged that Sanders was clocked driving over 100 miles per hour. Yes, over 100 mph, a reckless act that sent shockwaves through Browns fans and NFL observers alike. Then came the icing on the cake. Sanders did not show up to his scheduled court hearing related to these tickets, a failure that only deepened concerns about his judgment and responsibility off the field. Ross Tucker's withering take. Enter Ross Tucker, former NFL offensive lineman turned no-nonsense podcast host, who did not hold back his disappointment. Tucker took aim at Sanders during his show, expressing disbelief that a young man with Sanders' background could make such glaring errors in such a short span of time. Last week when it came out that he got his speeding ticket, I said it's not really that big a deal. I feel very differently about it now, Tucker stated bluntly. The logic or the mindset to have gotten a speeding ticket and then less than 2 weeks later, you're driving over 100 mph, I just can't wrap my head around it. The bigger picture, a young QB's rocky start. Sanders has never been without detractors. Heading into the NFL draft, whispers swirled that his stock fell due to questions about how he handled the pre-draft process, concerns about his preparation, decision-making, and overall maturity. Now, these latest off-field issues have only fueled the skepticism. Critics argue that a franchise quarterback's role extends far beyond arm talent and athletic ability. It demands leadership, discipline, and the ability to learn and grow from adversity. Sanders' recent behavior, especially these speeding violations and legal missteps, raise red flags that many feel cannot be ignored. Can Shedeur Sanders turn it around? Despite the uproar, many remain hopeful that Sanders can course correct. His talent is undeniable, and the Browns organization reportedly still believes in his potential as their future signal caller. But the next steps are crucial. Will Sanders accept responsibility, learn from these mistakes, and demonstrate the maturity needed to survive the NFL's unforgiving spotlight? Or will these missteps define his career before it truly begins? The NFL is littered with cautionary tales of promising young quarterbacks whose careers fizzled due to off-field distractions and poor decision-making. Conversely, there are also inspiring stories of players who transformed early adversity into fuel for greatness. Browns fans and the NFL world react, social media, and sports talk circles exploded after the revelations. Browns fans expressed disappointment, with some questioning why the team even took a chance on Sanders in the first place. Others called for patience, reminding the public that Sanders is only 23 and still developing as both a player and a person. Final thoughts. Shedeur Sanders' journey into the NFL spotlight has been rocky and unpredictable. From falling in the draft amid questions about his readiness to these recent speeding scandals, his rookie season promises to be anything but smooth. But this story is far from over. The question remains, will Sanders rise from this public trial by fire, Or will these off-field issues cast a long shadow over what should be a promising career? As the Browns prepare for training camp and beyond, all eyes will be on their young quarterback, not just for his arm strength and playmaking ability, but for his growth as a leader and a professional.